What if there was a simple way to find any information you needed and become an online resource gathering whiz? Well, there is. It's by mastering the #1 search engine in the world, Google Chrome. By the time this video is done, I'll show you more than 3 dozen tips and tricks that will make you an expert at using Google. Hi, I'm Jim Costa. A photography, videography, and technology guru, and today I want to help you become a tech-savvy senior by learning the secrets to find just what you want online. If you find this video useful, please like it, comment on it, and subscribe to my channel, Jim Costa Films. Google is the #1 search engine in the world. It's my preferred search engine. That's not to say that there's anything wrong with Safari, which is native to Apple, or Bing, that's native to Microsoft, PC computers. I just prefer Google more as it works on all platforms. It's the biggest search engine, and in my mind, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. For most people, the extent of their Google expertise is limited to simply using the basic search. All the while, not realizing the extra features hidden in this extremely capable search tool. Using the tips I'm going to outline, you can find anything and everything in the world that you would ever need on the World Wide Web. By the way, I've assembled over 40 tips and tricks in this tutorial, so I've decided to break the tutorial up into a total of 3 parts. I'm going to link to the 3 parts of the video, sections 1, 2, and 3, in the comments section below. So let's go ahead and just dive right in. Tip number 1 is to use Chrome's URL search bar as an instant dictionary. Instead of typing out full words to get their meaning and wasting time loading a full page, use the URL search bar on the Chrome browser to instantly get definitions for longer or more complex words. Tip number 2 is to limit your search within specific websites. If you're looking to search for content within a specific website, add the term site colon followed by the site's domain name anywhere within your search query, and you can narrow down the results to those from that specific website instead of searching the entire internet. For example, to look for content related to politics, let's say on CNN, Google search this term, site:cnn.com politics. This is handy when you need to seek out particular articles or content that you've previously read, or don't want content from all over the internet, just what, say, in this case, CNN said about politics. Tip number 3 is to search for publicly available files. Google does a great job of indexing files that are made available to the public. If you need to search out files with specific content, add the search term Filetype : followed by the correct file extension, such as PDF, .doc, PPT for PowerPoint, MP4, and so forth, to your search query. For example, to obtain a PDF containing the Iran nuclear deal, Google this, Filetype : PDF Iran nuclear deal. This search will bring you only documents that are PDFs about the current Iran nuclear deal that happens to be in the news. Tip number 4, limit your search time frame. Search results can be a bit messy and unmanageable at times, often because you get millions of responses. Especially when some results can date back for maybe 20 years or more. To limit your search results to a certain time frame, use Google's date range option. To use this feature, click on the Tools button after inputting your search query and click on Anytime or within a certain date range. From the drop-down menu, you'll be able to select your time frame, including the option to search within specific dates. Say the last 24 hours, or the last hour, or whatever time frame you want to do. Tip number 5 is to narrow your search results using symbol operators. To narrow down your search results, use symbol operators to fine-tune which keywords to have in your search. For example, you can use the minus symbol to omit specific terms so that Google does not use those terms in your search. Conversely, you can use the plus symbol to always include specific keywords in your results. Google will include those terms in your search results. And here's an example. If you want to look up Apple without the mention of, say, an iPhone, search plus Apple minus iPhone. You can also do this multiple times within a single search. So for example, if you want plus Apple minus iPhone plus fruit, Google will know that you're searching about information about apples to eat and not Apple computers. Tip number 6 is search whole phrases. Begin and end your search query with the quotation marks. This makes sure that Google presents your results containing your search terms as is and in the correct order as the words within the quotes. This is particularly handy for things like songs, for example, that you know some of the lyrics to, but you don't remember the title. It's one of the most vital search tips, especially useful if you're trying to find results containing a specific phrase. If this is making sense to you, put tech-savvy seniors in the comments below. Tip number 7 is to fine-tune your search results further using the advanced search option. The advanced search option combines a few of the features mentioned here previously and lets users narrow down their searches even further, with the option to tweak searches based on regions, language, update dates, specific phrases, even usage rights for files, things like that. To use this feature, you have to enter your query and then find the option from the Settings drop-down menu and enter the relevant information to narrow down your search. Tip number 8 is to search by images. This is another feature that's probably familiar to many users who are trying to find the original version of an image that they already have or to identify some other image. Use the search by image feature to see other versions of the same image or try to help identify the image. You can click on the small camera icon at the end of the search bar in Google's image search function. There will be an option there to identify the image using the URL if it's online, or you can upload a picture from your desktop. Tip number 9 is specific image searching. And additionally, along the same lines of images, if you're having a hard time searching for an image you want on Google's image search, you can tweak various search parameters to find the exact or nearly exact image you want. These parameters include size, color, usage rights, and things like that. If you use this feature, enter your query on image search and then locate the various options from the drop-down menu. This is helpful, for example, if you want to use an image that you find online and you want to get the rights and want to find out, say, who owns it. Like, is it Getty, or is it in the public domain, or is it some other image company? So then you want to get the rights to it, to use it, so you can use this feature this way. Tip 10 is to use an asterisk within quotes to specify unknown or variable words. This is something a lot of people don't know about. Searching a phrase in quotes with an asterisk replacing a word will search all variations of that phrase. It's helpful to determine a song, for example, where you know some of the lyrics but you couldn't make out the entire phrase. A good example is, we all know the Beatles, right? So if you use imagine all the, and then the asterisk, Google will fill in the difference. It also helps if you're trying to use forms of an expression, as in star is thicker than water, and it will return the result. Blood, for example. Tip number 11, search News Archive. Google News has an option to search over 100 years of archived news from newspapers around the country and then around the world. To use it, type in news.google.com, and then you have the option to narrow your query by type of news and other options. Tip number 12 is comparing foods using the term versus. So for example, if you can't decide between getting a hamburger for dinner or pizza, you can do pizza versus hamburger. Or type rice versus quinoa, and you'll receive side-by-side comparisons of the nutritional facts for the food, which is very handy if you're dieting, for example, or trying to eat a specific diet Maybe you have diabetes or something, you need to have specific dietary requirements. Here's a fun one. For tip number 13, you can actually spin your screen. In Google search, type in barrel roll, click on it, and look at that. Completely spins your screen around once. I'm going to end this video here and pick up with tip number 14 in the next video. Remember, I'll link to the video in the comment section below once I put it live. And if you found the information I provided in this video useful, please like the video, comment below, and share it, and remember to subscribe to my channel, which is Jim Costa Films. If you'd like more information on becoming a tech-savvy senior, or to see other videos and photos that I have online, look for Jim Costa Films on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Additionally, I have over 4,000 videos on my YouTube channel now, so feel free to check out many of my other videos that are not in this Tech Savvy Senior blog. You'll see examples, videos I've done for many years. Television commercials, for example, corporate explainer videos, I create those. I do weddings, I do sports, I do legal videos. I pretty much run the gamut. So feel free to search around on my channel, and I'm sure you'll find something that you like. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.